Welcome to Yoga as Medicine, the Path of Light. Last week we talked about a self-adjustment that you can do that's really easy on and off your mat, which is to lift your sternum bone 5 or 10%. And in doing that, we get longer in the spine, our pectoral muscles stretch, our shoulders move back behind us, and we breathe better, our throat elongates. We use that in a pose and also talked about how often we collapse in life while we're sitting and standing, and how this is going to help train us to open up more in life and stretch the heart area out and the shoulders. Today I want to talk about your throat. I want to stay on this theme for a few weeks. So part of this region that we were talking about last week is the throat region, and how often when we just slightly tuck the chin and are slightly rounded in the shoulders and caved in the chest, that we're not getting a full deep breath. In yoga, we understand it's more than just oxygen and breathing. It's about prana. It's about moving energy throughout the body, and we know we can breathe deeper and release more, but we can also get energy flowing to the corners of our body, sort of like a windmill effect, that we want to generate energy in our breathing, in our yoga poses. Oftentimes we are collapsed through here, and when the chin is tucked, we're not getting the full pranic value of the pose. So this week, very simple pose. It's an important pose because it's a balancing pose. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. I want to give you a simple self-adjustment and tip that will open up not only your chest and shoulders, but also your throat. So when we talk about vayus, it means places in your body where we have currents moving, the prana. So last week we did a lot of focusing on the heart and moving energy through the heart by lifting the sternum bone and opening the shoulders more. This week we're going to move up into Udana Vayu, a very, very important vayu that'll help generate energy that moves all throughout your spine, all the way up to your brain, your head, and give you more energy, creativity, and you'll just feel better if you're getting more energy up through the throat region. So Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, if I have my knee bent, is a balancing pose, and I notice my students oftentimes are looking down rather than forward. And when we look down, it closes this area. The same thing that we do in lifting the sternum bone, we can do just by lifting our gaze. Hi, Taya. Bringing it right in front of us as opposed to down. If I'm using my toe and extending out, I'm just going to demonstrate the same thing. If I'm looking down, I'm a little bit collapsed, the shoulders are slightly rolled forward, and I take my gaze upward, and not only have I lifted my sternum and gotten taller and wider, but I've also extended through my cervical spine and created more energy flow all the way up through the top of my head from my foot. So showing this again on the other side, if I'm just going to slightly look down at the floor, and now I'm going to take my gaze up just ahead of me, not down, not up, but completely in front of me. I've opened this throat region. I've opened my chest. My shoulders are moving back. More energy flowing through this particular pose, which is meant to make us taller and wider and give us more energy. So try this in life as well. When you're sitting at your computer or you're on your phone and you notice I'm closed, try just looking upward and taking a few deep breaths, and notice how breathing deep into your throat brings you energy, maybe give you a little creativity and something that you're working on. You'd be more productive, maybe have a different perspective. But give this a try. It's such a simple technique, self-adjustment on and off your mat. This is your tip for this week.